you on this great, grand and glorious moment. And secondly, I am also thankful to the Jamaat which has provided me this opportunity to give lecture in English about Imam Baqir AS. Now the question is, why we celebrate these days? Why we celebrate all Mawlud? And why we mourn in our Shahadat? You see, if we try to instill the excellence of moral character into any personality or into any person, it is very much necessary for us to bring the role model. And in this secular style of life today, it's very difficult to get a role model, because no human is exactly correct in his nature. Thanks be to Allah, who has given us role models in form of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his progeny. The all 14 characters, 14 Masumi, they are the role models. And what they explain and how they presented their life, that's more important for us. That is the reason whatever they say, that gets engraved into the minds of the people. Let me give you a small example of the saying of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. How beautifully he has explained namaz, the salah. This is what it said, Qawle Ma'soom is very important. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was sitting with some of his companions. He was smiling, and somebody asked him, Ya Rasulullah, why you are smiling? He said, I'm thinking the importance of salah. And I just want to tell you the importance of salah. Then I am sure that nobody is going to miss that opportunity to present himself in the court of Allah. Then he asked a question to the Ummah, his companions. He said, suppose you are living near a river where you could go to have bath in the river 5 times a day. Would be there any dirt upon their bodies? Then they replied, no, Ya Rasulullah, because if we are taking 5 times bath, then how can be any dirt on our body? Then he smiled again and told, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala purified the soul through namaz 5 times a day. You see that beautiful explanation. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala purifies the soul 5 times a day through salah, and also eradicates the diseases of nerves and washes the stains of the sin which you have committed in the night and the day. See, after knowing this benefit, who will be that unluckiest person over the world who misses salah? Salawat wa Muhammad wa alihi. This is the reason why we love them. Because we want to motivate ourselves in the light of their sayings. Life of Imam Ali ﷺ is the beautiful example for us. Sacrification of Imam Hussain ﷺ. Still, I have little time, so let me directly go to this particular day's thing. Today is the Mawlud of Imam Muhammad Baqir AS. He has left a beautiful example life for us. He was the 5th apostolic Imam of us, right? The name is Muhammad ibn Ali. And the title is Al-Baqir. And the kunyat is Abu Ja'far alayhi salatu wasalam. And the date of birth is 1st Rajab 57 Hijri. Remember these things, I'm just giving this for our children. And Shahadat was 7th Zil-Hijjah 116 Hijri. Father's name is Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wasalam. And mother's name is Fatima. He was poisoned and he was buried in Baqir in Medina. Now coming to his life chapter. He spent, I can say that he was brought up on the holy laps of his grandfather, Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, for 4 years. And after that, he was under the gracious progeny of his father, Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salatu wasalam, for 39 years. And his age, there are 2 riwayats. According to some, his age was 59 years. But some historians, which is not authentic, but they say 61 years. Let us not go for the discussion what exactly it is. But 59 is approved by all. He was present in Karbala. His age was 4 years. So imagine this was the Imam who has seen the massacre of his grandfather, Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, and also his companions. Not only that, he was physically present with his father to face the unheard impression with the other house people of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he was, all this he has seen at the age of very 4 years. There's not much time to discuss much about it. I just want to tell, you can assess his greatness that Sardarul Anbiya, Sayyidul Anbiya, he conveys the salam to Imam Muhammad Baqir alayhi salatu wasalam through Jabir ibn Abdullah Ansari. Jabir says, when I was present in front of the Holy Prophet, he said, Jabir, I'm just informing you that you are going to live a long life and you are going to meet one of my grandsons who will be the grandson of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. When you meet him, tell him Sayyidul Anbiya has conveyed his salam to you. So conveying the salam of Sayyidul Anbiya, this is the salam on behalf of all the Anbiyas and Mursaleen. Imagine where the Nabuwwat says salam to the greatest personality, that is called Imam Muhammad Baqir alayhi salatu wasalam. And if you want to assess his power, Abu Basir was one of the famous companions. He appears in front of Imam alayhi salatu wasalam and say, Assalamu alaykum ya Abdullah, ya ibn Rasulullah. Assalamu alaykum. He says, Alaykum assalam ya Abu Basir, how are you? Abu Basir said, you are the Imam of what? You are the Imam of the time. That means you are the complete authority of the time. And you have all powers. what Nabi has got. It has all came. You are the inheritant of that. Can you cure a blind person like me? Then Imam smiled. He said, why not? I can definitely cure with the permission of Allah. Then he prayed 2 rakat namaz. After that he moved his hand over the eyes of Abu Baqir. Abu Baqir says, immediately I was able to see everything. The first thing which I have seen after getting my eyes was the great face of Imam Al-Baqir. He was very happy. He was very happy. He fell on the feet of Imam. He said, thanks a lot. Then Imam asked him, Abu Baqir, I want to ask you a question. Would you like to continue as a normal seeing person in this world, and when you rise at the time of Qiyamah, Mahshar, the day of judgment, would you like to rise then, that time, with hopes and despite? Or you want to continue as blind as you were and enter into the paradise? Then Abu Baqir said, O Mawla, retrieve me to the previous, my condition. I don't want to have these eyes, and give the jawab, the reply over there. Then Imam said, the best thing, your sabr, that will give you the best reward from Allah. Salawat wa Muhammad wa alihi. A Syrian, he was actually enemy of Al-Baqir, but he was very much impressed by seeing the character, the moral character, the excellence of character of Imam. And he started, a kind of inclination towards Imam. Then he called one of his friends. He said, I'm sick, maybe I'll die. I want my namaz-e-janazah to be performed by Imam. So if I die, you go to Imam and tell him that if he can come for namaz-e-janazah and lead namaz-e-janazah. The same night, his body became cold and his friends thought he's dead. So one of his friends, he ran to Imam and said, this is the thing happened. Then Imam said, don't hesitate for his burial. I'm coming. Performed 2 rakat namaz and came to his house and called him by his name. Immediately he got up and said, you are the Imam al-Waqt and the right path. People asked him what happened. He told that I was in a semi-death condition. I saw Malakul Maut was appearing in front of me and he wanted to take my soul. Immediately I heard the voice. It came, said, O Malakul Maut, stop taking his soul, go back because Imam al-Baqir has ordered to give him the life. With that you can assess the power of Imam. That's the power of Imam. When he was on his way to Syria, there was a right place. He stopped. He said, I hear that you are the Imam al-Baqir. I just want to ask you one question. He said, what? What exactly your question is? He said, I have 2 questions. If you answer this, I will become your Shia, your Muslim. He said, what's the question? He said, my first question is, people they eat and drink in Jannah, but there will not be any defection. How it is possible? Is there an example in this world? Imam said, yeah, there is an example of that. He said, what is that? A child in the mother's womb, he gets all what he needs to survive, but he doesn't do any defection in the mother's womb. He said, yeah, this is the right answer. My second question is, a lady gave birth twins. Both the brothers, they born together, they died together in the same time and buried together. But when they died, one's age was 150 years and the another's age was 50. Imam smiled, said they were the 2 brothers. One is Uzayr and the other was Uzaira. When they were born in the same time, after that they lived together for 30 years. After 30 years, Allah made Uzair to die. Gave him the death for 100 years. Where the Uzaira, he remained alive for that 100 years. When Uzair brought back to the life, he was still the 30 years of age, whereas Uzaira was 130 years. Then they lived together for another 20 years. So they born together, they died together, but the age difference was so much. He said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Salawat ala Muhammad wa akhir da'wana walhamdulillah rabbil alamin. परवरदिगार ज़हरा व अबीका व पाका बनो, हमारी दुआओं को कबूल फरमा, हमारा खातिमा बखैर। इमाम मोहम्मद बाक़िर अलैहिस्सलाम के सदक़े में हमारे गुनाह कबीरा व सग़ीरा को माफ़ फरमा, मकामात मुक़द्दसा की हिफाजत फरमा, इमाम के ज़ुहूर में ताजील